55 16s, but they're on the Duramax right now.
All right, guys, this is something that's been a dream of mine, and a buddy from up here did it. So I figured we'd show you this. Oh man, what size exhaust is on this?
It goes from like I think it's 3-inch exhaust. I can't remember.
All right, so what do you got here? What year is this truck?
This is a 96 GMC 3/4 ton. It was a 350 automatic. Now it's a 12 valve Cummins manual.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm cheesing right now because I'm just like, this is a dream of mine. Different year and body style truck, but
I wanted a square body, but
yeah,
this truck was available, so.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, I just used this was actually a Summit radiator. Can't remember the part number obviously now, but it was just like a Summit hot rod radiator. This outlet down here actually it used to point inward, and I actually had a local welder turn it the other way to fit. These are just like
on the intercooler or the radiator?
And these are just your like universal radiator hoses. They're really nothing special. The intercooler, like obviously there's like some, this side actually ain't that bad, but up here I kind of cobbled a little bit.
So the intercooler came out of,
it's out of a Ford Power Stroke. I can't remember if it was a 6 liter or 7.3 liter at the moment, but it's up.
And you couldn't use like,
I couldn't use the Dodge one because it's too wide and the inlets are on the bottom, and basically if you wanted to use it you would have to trim the parking lights like on the inside, and it was just too wide, and it was like even lower than this one.
Okay.
So I used the Power Stroke intercooler, and it comes out a little higher, and it just matches up a little better instead of being way down there.
Did you try and put like a Dodge intercooler in it, and it just was too much work?
I kind of like held it up, and I just looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, like you would have had to trim so much you know, core support, and then it was at the very bottom, and then I knew that it would hit the parking lights, and I'm like, yeah, just
right.
I was on, it was like GM full-size diesel swap on Facebook or whatever. They actually got a lot of good info on that group if you just search function through there. I found a lot of my info on there.
Okay. Dude, that's like super close to that hood.
Yeah, it is. Like, and this is a 2-inch body lift on this.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm sure this isn't the correct way, but I literally just found another body mount. I literally stacked my body mounts like.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, you kind of can't see it under there, but.
I mean, you can.
I literally just double stacked them.
Okay. Yeah, I see. And that's the only. And you were saying something about the motor mounts, like you had to do a 2-inch body lift
just to make it this clear. Otherwise, the hood would not shut. So.
Could you run like a cowl hood, you think, on it and get away with it?
Oh, I actually had that same thought. I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really find one. But now the motor mounts, the company I bought them from, they redesigned their motor mounts like 2 months after I bought them, and you don't need to do a body lift now.
Really?
Yeah, I think they make you countersink the couple of the bolts on the front diff or whatever to create clearance for the oil pan, and I don't know. But apparently you don't have to do the body lift anymore.
What year motor is this?
This is 97, out of a 97 Dodge.
See, that's what I want to do with that thing, is I want to do a 2nd gen swap. I kind of like the turbo being up a little bit higher instead of being tucked down inside the wheel well, I guess, on that side. It's running good.
Yeah, I mean, I actually just got it back. I had was Lucas Seltzer over in Redwood. I don't know if you know him, but I had him some diesel mechanic. I just didn't have the time or the energy. I had him do the new battery cables and the new batteries. So
what was the hardest thing on this whole swap? All of it?
Just like kind of like I was started out being very particular. I wanted a lot of the gauges to work, and I think that was probably the hardest part, was trying to like make the gauges work. And
so wiring.
I was trying to suck at wiring. That was probably the hardest part for me anyway.
What harness is on this truck then?
Just cobbled.
Just cobbled together. Just pretty much made what you could.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. He actually cleaned up some of my connections for the fuel shutoff solenoid, and then other than that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of other connections to be made.
Do you know what any of this is for? Is this just for all the
other stuff from the Vortec engine? I just don't need it anymore, except for this wire here. I think if I connected it to this one, the tack will jump up and down, but it's way off.
Yeah.
It idles at 0, and then you rev it up, it goes straight to like red line.
No way.
But it does that. It will make it work anyway, or move
kind
anyway.
Of work.
But there's a converter box off of Dakota Digital that's supposed to make it like read correctly, but I never got to it.
Okay. What about the trans? Like what trans bracket did you use for this? Was it the Dodge or was it Chevy?
I used the Chevy, and I just took a die grinder again and just, you know, made the holes till they're matched up, and just this is, some of it's pretty rough.
Now, dude, I think this is the coolest thing because I mean, a lot of people talk about doing it. There's people that talk about doing it, and there's people that just do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
a lot of it isn't perfect. If I could go back and do it again, the biggest thing that I would do differently is I would get the Chevy ND4500 and swap in the Dodge input shaft, and then I would be able to use the Chevy transfer case and retain the function of the speedometer.
okay.
That is my biggest regret. I wish I could have done that differently, because then I could have, you know, it could have kept the push button 4-wheel drive that this had originally, and I could have kept the, you know, speedometer functioning.
Right.
It would have made it a lot cleaner, I think.
Dude, this is just cool as hell to me though. Like, I don't know.
But I already had the Dodge one, and I couldn't find a Chevy one, so I tried to swap the inputs on the transfer case, but I couldn't make it work, because the that Dodge has what, a 29 spline output shaft, and the Chevy has a 32 spline output shaft, and it just wouldn't work. So
Yeah, I mean that's a big difference there. So
I tried to put the, you know, if I tried to put the Dodge input shaft in the Chevy transfer case, and it just wouldn't work. It just wasn't happening for me.
Right.
But
what about drive shafts? Did you have to custom make drive shafts or?
the front, I took the Dodge drive shaft. I just took it up to the Sue bunkers, and they just well, like, I can't remember. I think they lengthened it a little bit, and I just
Added a couple inches to it or something?
Yeah, I just run that, and I don't think it's even balanced, but you know, it only turns when you flip the. It's another thing. Like, I had to wire the front differential into a flip switch to activate the front diff, because when they're not used, you know, they got like, what is it? I don't know, but it disconnected anyways.
You spent some time on this then, huh?
Yeah.
What did this total swap? How many hours do you think you got into it?
Oh my god, I don't know. At least one summer, like a lot, like pretty much every day working on it here and there, and then, you know, then a couple years went by and I haven't worked on it as much, so I couldn't even tell you how many hours to begin with.
Damn.
But a lot of it could be done a lot faster if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just trial.
Well, that's what I was saying, man. This is like a huge, like I said, there's a lot of people that talk about doing shit like this, and there's a lot of people that just do it, and
Right.
most people don't get into something like this too, because like I was telling you, that's like two different engineers that just from two different companies that like, hey, how are we going to do this different than that person? And then both those people, I mean, that's combined into one here.
I was happy I started on this truck, because it was so rough to begin with. I felt like I really couldn't hurt this truck. It was
Right.
it was junk already.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was destined for the scrapyard, so I didn't really care that much. I wish I could do it again with a cleaner truck that, you know, more stuff worked to begin with.
Right.
Because like I said, this thing was pretty cobbled, you know, to begin with.
Sounds good though. I mean, it runs pretty decent for right now.
You know, start right up. I've just drove it home. Not very safe here.
That fucker fired right up, dude. Let me hear it. What, you got it dumped right here?
Yeah, that was something honest.
Right. Dude, that thing sounds like it runs pretty damn good.
It actually runs better than my Dodge with the Cummins in it. Like, this thing starts really good. The truck I pulled the engine on, I've only had like 132,000 miles on the odometer.
Damn.
And I mean, it starts right up. It runs really good.
You gonna do anything else to it, you think? You think you'll spend some more time like doing rockers and cab corners?
I thought about it. Like, obviously it's got some duct tape there.
Hey, dude, that's what makes this. I mean, that's holding the whole damn truck together, dude. That's what it's all about. Dude, I feel like you've gone pretty far in this. I mean, why not like do rockers, cab corners, you know, put some nice rims and tires on it? And
those came off the Duramax. I actually have new rims and tires on the Duramax that were meant for this truck, and I put them on the Duramax. That was going to be my new winter beater before I knew it needed head gaskets. It had the bigger tires, 35s. I felt like that would help with the 410s. You know what I mean?
Right.
Slow, especially 410s with the small tire. It's like really slow.
right.
I felt like the 35s would make, you know, you get a little bit more speed on.
I mean, that's why most people gear them, you know, because they want to run big tires. You know, they want to put the 410s in. And dude, this is awesome. What about like the exhaust, like downpipe? Did you have to do any like fab to the firewall or anything to get it to fit?
No, the first gen, I think it was 2-wheel drive, first gen Cummins downpipe fixed.
So a first gen downpipe on this fit right in.
Yep, that's it.
And what is it? Is that like a 4-inch, 5-inch? Is it?
That was the biggest they made for it. I think it's a 4-inch. It's the biggest
Okay.
they made or whatever for it.
And you said it's the NV 5600 trans. That's what's in it,
55.
or 45 or 56? Yeah, 45.
55 speed, yeah.
Dude, this is awesome, man. I'm like, I want this fucker, dude. This is so cool. You got any boost gauges or anything in it? No, nothing. It's just
The only gauges I have are fuel and alternator, and I had temperature working, and it just went. I don't know what the hell happened.
dude, this is amazing though, man. This is cool. This is awesome.
I feel like I just it was a gas truck. It's like the diesel tanks and the gas tanks. It's just a different sending unit. I literally went to Napa, got a diesel sending unit, fits right in, and like I plugged it in, and like it just cascades works.
You didn't have to do anything with fuel lines or anything, or
I can't remember what I did for that stuff. Yeah,
are the gas fuel lines and diesel fuel lines, are they the same diameter? Are they? I wonder if they're. I feel like a diesel would be a little bit thicker or something, you know, a little bit wider in diameter.
I'm gonna guess I probably ran new lines because it was so rusted, everything was just patched.
Yeah.
I think I probably ran new lines up to the front.
If you could do it over again, you said you would do it. You would do it again in a different one.
I would do it again. I would start with a cleaner truck where more things work, and I would probably spend a little bit more money on it to, make the speedometer work and make the gauges work. And,
Right.
try to make my wiring connections cleaner. And,
I mean, you can always kind of do a little bit of that right now, you know. I mean, now that you know it's in there and it's running, like,
Right.
you could still do a little bit of that.
yeah,
But hey, you went this far. I know these trucks are just notorious for this, dude. I don't know why. I wonder why. What like bad engineering design? What it would just cause it like water sit back on the inside or something and just hold there?
Isn't that weird?
It's goofy as hell, man. They're so notorious for it. Dude, this is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
Dude, can we go?
yeah,
Dude, we're gonna go for a ride in this puppy. Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Oh, I don't think I got it all the way. Where's it at? Oh man. Hey, we're gonna leave that hanging and see if she goes down. Oh, this ain't junk. This is all good shit, man. You need all that. Yeah, I hope you're not camera shy. I was pretty camera shy at first, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, dude. I don't care anymore. Hell yeah, dude. This is where it's at. Wow, that seemed like it just went right in, dude. No issues.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, man. This is so cool. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now, a little fat kid.
Yeah.
I'm happier than hell right now, dude. This is awesome.
It is pretty neat. I just saw my like.
Is this something that you dreamed of as doing as like a kid, or just something that you like?
Just kind of later on in life, I got the Dodge with the Cummins. I love the Cummins so much, you know. But I'm more of a Chevy guy at heart.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell from the hat.
Right.
Ooh, I love that sound, man. You can't beat that the turbo being right up top on a second gen, dude. You can't. This is awesome. Dude, this thing fucking smooth. You gotta feel like a boss, dude, up there with that.
It feels like we're flying. We're probably doing like 65 right now.
Dude, this is really smooth, though.
So my biggest problem is like if you grab this, it's like vibrating. I think my like driveline angle is off for the drive shaft.
Oh, yeah, not balanced right.
I think they balanced it, but I feel like maybe I didn't line my angles up right.
Okay, I gotcha. Oh my god, dude, I'm freaking I'm happier than hell right now. This is so cool. she smoke a lot or no?
No,
Not really.
Stock, so it doesn't really,
I know you go under there and you crank that fuel up, man. These things
my
just...
other one, but maybe I see if I slow down and plug her down.
Oh, crank. Oh, their power? Power still works on these or no? I've seen a little bit puff out. I mean, dude, it's running. I mean, it's smooth though. Well, you gotta be kind of proud of yourself a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I do like it. It is fun.
I mean, it's all that hard work and time and just the big effort into it. It's paid off for sure.
I just feel like it's very rough. I feel like it could have been done better, I guess. You know, this is like for the grid heater. This is for the front differential. You gotta flip this up to activate the front diff. And then, like, obviously it used to be push button for the four-wheel drive.
We'll just get rid of these, put something else, put some labels right there, and you'll be all right.
I could ditch that, yeah. This is just, you know, Dodge stuff.
Dude, this is freaking awesome. I mean, you can still feel the motor, though. I mean, you can feel it, like, wanting to... I mean, it's not like it's a holy shit throws you in the seat, but
I think these
you can...
stock came with 215 horsepower out of the 12 valve and 97, so with the manual transmission.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought I seen the stock tamper-proof screws in the pump, so I'm not sure if it's been tampered with or not.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna guess maybe not, because it's pretty slow and it really doesn't smoke whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, 12 valves weren't all like... They weren't all that, you know what I mean? They were good motors, but they weren't really designed for like go out and start busting the fuckers loose on the street. You know, they were designed for. I mean, this shit right here. Wow, dude, I'm loving this right now. I'm happy, dude. I'm glad he did all this work.
Yeah, like I said, with a little bit more effort, it probably could be obviously a lot better. And like, I'd never done one of these before. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, you know. So.
I mean, you might not be a mechanic, but dude, like I said, a lot of people like don't know what the hell to do when it comes to this. They wouldn't even have the slightest clue, and you did it. That's the biggest part to it. I don't even think, like, on my channel, no one even knows like where we're even at right now.
Right, little tiny town up there.
I've never told anyone like where we've came from. I've never told anybody like what town we're in or anything. Like,
right.
No one even knows who you are, and no one even on here even knows that you and I rode the school buses together as kids.
Right.
Like,
it's a long time ago.
We're having a grad party here right now, and we left real quick because he told me he swapped this. I'm like, dude, I gotta see it.
I wonder if I should stop.
That's his old lady's truck. His old lady's got a bigger truck than he is.
Right.
What the fuck are those, like 8-inch stacks?
I don't even know. 6, I think, maybe.
Damn, dude. Yeah, show Jake, dude. I'm sure he's probably
You let me out my
I gotta let him out. Oh shit.
I'm too fat to climb over the center console.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Roll down fingers.
Dude, this thing is, I mean, other than what you just showed me right there on the, you know, the 4-wheel drive, I mean, this thing's like, it's smooth, you know, it doesn't pop out of gear, it don't sound like it grinds or anything.
Man, like, I think it's to do with the angles. I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't balance it. I said they did. That was from a Royal Truck and Trailer dealer.
Okay.
But, I'm thinking it probably is to do with my angles, because I really didn't check them. So, but I know you got to have one, you know, whole equal and opposite angle.
Right. What did you say for motor mounts? What motor mounts did you have to buy? Where'd they come from?
You know, I honestly don't remember exactly where I ordered them.
There's a company out there that makes the conversion kit for it, though.
There's actually a few companies out there. I could look into it more if you want.
Yeah, dude, send me, if you find it or something, send me a link and I'll put it in this video. I'm sure there's a lot more people out there in the world that want to do this other than you. I mean, this is like a very reputable body style though for these trucks. Like, this is one of my favorite body styles for these trucks for the longest time. I loved them. I don't know what it was. These things jacked up a little bit, dude, on some like old school Mickey Thompsons.
It actually looked a lot better.
Is that what was on them?
Yeah, it was these were black ones. Yeah.
I think I seen it. They look like old school Mickey Thompson wheels.
These were on the back, and then the black ones were on the front. So.
Look at these freaking hillbillies. Look at these guys. I bet every one of them are hammered. What's up, boys? We're up here having a good time. Oh, what'd you do here?
I just had to ditch these. They're all.
Thanks for watching the video. I'm sure that was probably something that a lot of you guys have seen or done, but it's pretty interesting to me just because I grew up in that town. That's where I was born and raised, and it's been a long time since I've talked to Eric, and we used to ride the school buses together as kids, and it's kind of crazy what route everyone's taken in life and when they grew up, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun for me. It was fun learning a little bit about it and just going for a ride in it. And it was a cool truck for me. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. When you guys like and comment, it helps a lot and helps the channel, helps me with future content. We do have some new merchandise dropping. I got some hoodies and shirts, tumblers, koozies. Got some cool stuff going on, so just follow along, and we got some potential builds coming up for ourselves soon. Just yeah, stay tuned. Thank you.